If you took every ounce of gold ever mined by humans and melted it down, you could fit the entire supply into a single cube sitting right here in Washington, D.C. It fits neatly on a few city blocks. Almost none of this metal actually originated on our planet. Billions of years ago, asteroids loaded with heavy metals crash-landed onto Earth's crust. Those asteroids picked up their rare cargo from the scattered debris of exploding stars. Deep inside the atomic structure of those star-forged deposits, electrons are moving at nearly the speed of light. That extreme speed absorbs blue light and reflects yellow, creating a distinct, intense shine. And because of those unique chemical properties, it doesn't tarnish or rust. The metal is essentially eternal. Yet for a metal forged in stars, it does absolutely nothing to keep a human being alive. You can't eat it, it won't keep you warm in the winter, and it's far too soft to build a sturdy shelter or a sharp weapon. Despite having zero survival utility, ancient civilizations decided this shiny rock was divine. The Inca called it the sweat of the sun. Empires slaughtered each other to hoard it. We assigned staggering value to a completely useless metal, entirely inside our own heads. Early human trade ran entirely on practical things. If you needed wheat, you traded a cow. Cows have obvious value because they provide food and milk. But cows also spoil, they get sick, and they are incredibly difficult to divide into smaller purchases. To solve this, humans made a massive cognitive jump. Instead of trading something you could eat, you traded pieces of that soft yellow metal pulled from the riverbeds. Easy to split into coins, simple to carry on journeys, and it caught the eye. That agreed-upon illusion drove the global economy into a frenzy. By the 1500s, Spanish conquerors were ripping through the Americas, massacring civilizations like the Aztecs, entirely obsessed with extracting as much of this yellow rock as possible to fund their operations back home. A physical metal only holds economic power because of collective belief. As long as everyone trusts they can trade that shiny coin for food or shelter later, the metal successfully acts as wealth. As the world got bigger, carrying chests full of heavy metal to settle large trades became a logistical nightmare. So society took another leap. We locked the heavy metal inside secure vaults and started trading lightweight paper notes instead. Under the gold standard, each $20 bill was essentially a claim check for a specific ounce of gold. You didn't need to hold the gold anymore. You just needed to trust the bank holding it for you. Your faith transferred from the physical rock itself to the institution issuing the paper. Trading paper made global commerce incredibly fast and frictionless, but it also built an entire economic structure dependent entirely on the honesty of the bank storing the gold. If rumors spread that a bank printed more paper than they held in gold, that public trust evaporated instantly. Citizens stormed the banks, demanding their physical metal all at once, which collapsed local economies. To stop these relentless bank runs, the United States centralized the system, establishing the Federal Reserve to manage the money supply and regulate the banks from a single point of authority. But even a central bank hit a brick wall during the Great Depression. The economy was crashing, businesses were failing, and the Fed needed to inject more money into the system to encourage borrowing. They couldn't. They were trapped by their physical reserves, unable to print notes they didn't have the gold to back up. The emergency solution arrived in 1933. President Roosevelt issued an executive order requiring Americans to turn over their gold bars in exchange for paper dollars, giving the government the breathing room it needed to print money and manage the crisis. Decades later, as foreign nations started aggressively demanding their gold back from U.S. vaults, President Richard Nixon closed the gold window for good in 1971. The dollar was completely detached from the metal. Humanity had reached the top of the psychological ladder: fiat money. There is no finite metal backing the dollars in your pocket. The system operates on an abstract, infinite supply of currency, powered completely by our collective trust in a government's ability to run the economy. Running an economy on pure belief allows for massive growth and highly flexible crisis responses, but it demands unquestioning faith in the handful of officials pulling the economic levers. When prices surge at the grocery store, or political instability dominates the news cycle, that faith begins to crack. People look at the paper in their wallets and start to doubt the story they've been told. Even the governments managing the fiat system understand this vulnerability. It's why they never completely abandoned the metal. The United States still guards thousands of tons of physical gold, locked away deep inside Fort Knox. Today, regular investors and foreign nations are aggressively hoarding physical gold again. They're buying up bars by the ton to protect their wealth from unpredictable inflation and erratic policies tied to the modern dollar. Some are attempting a completely new psychological leap, turning to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin to create a decentralized, mathematically finite digital anchor, completely free from government control. Our financial systems have evolved into sprawling, complex webs of credit and policy. But whenever the world gets scary and economic vertigo sets in, we instinctively climb right back down that psychological ladder, reaching for the solid, undeniable certainty of a shiny rock.